H-Town, how you doing, boss? How you doing? So, cousin, yeah, what's your name? Just call me Cutting Pete. Cutting Pete. Cutting Pete. Cutting Pete. Look at y'all, come on here, man. I want y'all to make some family.
Check it out. What we get with Poetic Justice is a romantic melodrama about grief, love, and romance. A story of how the females we love are affected by street violence once we perish. How they navigate the stages of grief to cope in order to love again. Check it out. What's it about? A female's journey to overcome grief and accept love again. Justice is that female. Her and her fellow beauticians enter a hairdressing competition in Oakland. You know, Oakland, California. Justice's car breaks down. She hitches a ride with her friend from the shop, Ieasha, and her boyfriend, Chicago, and his co-worker, Lucky. They're mailmen. Chicago and Lucky are delivering mail to Oakland for work. Lucky is also planning to get together with his cousin, an aspiring rapper. So, the lonely hairdresser and the mailman's relationship unfolds the further they get away from the hood. Like sensitive kindred spirits, more and more of their protective egos shed as the trip goes on, bringing them closer, making it easier for them to relate to each other. The road trip serves as like a sort of foundation of trust between those two. They're slowly unveiling their true selves under the stereotypes that society has placed upon them. In short, it's a film on being able to love after loss. Check it out. What we know about our characters is they all have interesting backgrounds with immersive complications. Justice, played by Janet Jackson, is a Debbie Downer emo chick. She's mentally brolic, a strong black female displaying a raw mix of provocative sensualism and romanticism. This is Janet Jackson's first starring movie role as a hairdresser tormented by grief after seeing her boyfriend killed in front of her. Tupac is Lucky, a decent young man working as a mail carrier determined to earn a living and provide for his daughter. Lucky's baby mama, on the other hand, she belongs to the streets. Chicago and Ieasha were two selfish people perfect for each other. Chicago was a self-centered fuckboy who stutters when lying and brushes his hair when insecure. Not a villain, but definitely an antagonist. Ieasha was a hot girl, and not the fun type, the drunk type. Yeah, she was DTF, but trashy and classless. Maya Angelou makes an appearance to drop gems on love and relationship with her beliefs that no man or woman can make it alone in a world as imperfect as this one. Jennifer Lewis had a brief part too as Lucky's mom. Her character name was Anne. She's one of my favorite supporting actresses. Every hood figure got an aunt that acts like her. Definitely. Jessie is Justice's boss, owner of the salon Justice works at. She's a savage. Classy, bougie. Alright, that's enough. Y'all get the point. Check it out. What I see? Justice is a woman dealing with PTSD. Her coping mechanism is her poetry. It's how she channels her pain, anger, and guilt. She seems to have a little bit of survivor's guilt from her mother's suicide and her boyfriend's murder. Her muted woman in mourning is played well sympathetically. Her trauma seems to left a hole in her, like it's an emptiness inside of her. Had the road trip never happened, Lucky and Justice probably would have never connected on that level. Ultimately, the message and motif of this film is that nobody can make it out here alone. Also, that love and creative expressions can save us all. Lucky's an interesting case study as well. He's movingly complex, and his shrugs and sides are hundreds of wrestling feelings of a man with dreams fighting to hang on. You gotta appreciate how focused Lucky was, refusing to live up to hood stereotypes by not gangbanging, not smoking weed, and by being a present father. Check it out. Lessons from Poetic Justice. Lesson. Genuine love can be found within a hostile environment. Lesson. Teach your children right from wrong.
I want to talk to you about morals. The morals of the young people today. It's gonna get them in big trouble. I'm telling you, it is their parents. Their parents are not taking care of the children. They are not telling them the difference between right and wrong.
Lesson. Don't down talk people that's trying when you ain't trying.
Ain't all that. I mean, why you always got something negative to say, man? At least being creative, that's just like a nigga to down talk another motherfucker because he trying and you ain't.
Lesson.
You ain't
just
thick.
Because you work with them, don't make them your friends. Check it out. When you see it, John Singleton did an excellent job of showing the trauma and the recovery of young black women in the hood, as well as displaying that genuine love can be found within a hostile environment. This film makes the suggestion that sometimes you gotta get away to truly find what's really out there for you. And while you got me talking, Janet Jackson as Justice is the reason I don't ask females why you don't smile. You just never know what they've been through or going through, you feel me? Poetic Justice serves as part 2 of John Singleton's South Central trilogy, with Boys in the Hood being his first and Baby Boy being his third. Each one shares a perspective. Boys in the Hood gave us the male point of view. Baby Boy showed us the experience of our offsprings. Here in Poetic Justice, we have a glimpse of our female's outlook. We see some of what happens to that ride or die chick if we die. And here's something to consider. Had Justice not gotten over her grief, she would have became a cat lady. Also, I'm glad Lucky made the final decision to take his daughter from an environment that would have damaged her mentally and probably eventually physically. Check it out. Poetic Justice, without a doubt, is a love story that takes place in the hood. By definition, poetic justice is a literary device, like a device in literature, in which virtue is rewarded and viciousness is punished. It's often by an ironic twist of fate related to one's own action, such as the closer Lucky and Justice got, the more Ieasha and Chicago grew apart. Here we see as ironic, Justice eventually falls for Lucky, a regular 9-to-5 type of guy, just trying to do his best after her experience with a thug left her as a recluse. Same for Lucky. It's ironic for him, he settled for a quiet, laid-back introvert over a turn-up DTF extrovert. It's their overcoming of their tumultuous past that's rewarded with new opportunities for love. Lucky kissing Justice at the seaside cliff was probably her first kiss since her boyfriend died. In many ways, I think that kiss was the reigniting of her spirit she needed in order for her to love again. When I was younger, I thought that was all they did. But that fade to black scene, that's the deleted sex scene they wanted Pac to take an AIDS test for. That's why later in the truck, Justice says,
don't tell me you got something.
But anyway, it's poetic justice for Justice to finally have love, man. So she's no longer all alone. The very ability to love in a hostile, aggressive, insecure environment such as the hood is the essence of poetic justice. Chicago and Ieasha, their outcome, poetic justice too. I mean, like poetic justice also. The ironic payoff for your hard work will always be considered poetic justice. Whatever it takes to reach that goal, I hope you take care of yourself and choose wisely. I'm Fox. This is Check It Out. Get real poetic with your justice. Like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all, man, you know? Shouts out to all my hood figures that done watched all the videos and everything. Really appreciate y'all. Hey, yo, I got some merch coming real soon, man. So keep sharing this content. Hold on. I got a little extra, too. From South Central to Oakland, it's 5 hours or 376 miles. That's a hell of a coastal consummation between Lucky and Justice. Get the book, Poetic Justice, Filmmaking South Central Style, by John Singleton. I mean, if you into that type of stuff. If you like seeing Pac in Love, in 93, he also did A Different World. Check out episode 23 from season 6. It looks like Justice was taking selfies before it was a thing. Rest in peace to buddy that shot Ricky. Shouts out to those that get down on Street Fighter too. Like Street Fighter 2 as well. Anyway, you get me. Popcorn with hot sauce is some hood shit. Well, you got me talking? Who eats popcorn with a fork? Would Justice's boyfriend gotten killed if she didn't send him to get snacks? Q-Tip wasn't just Justice's boyfriend. That was her first love and relationship. Ironic, the movie they were watching was called Deadly Diva. Was calling females yams a thing in LA during the 90s?
You gonna bring a yam?
I got mine, man.
Yams.
I just looked it up.
It's a yam.
It says that slang was used predominantly in It says The slang was used predominantly in the 1940s to 1960s to describe attractive females or females with big, round, bet. Kind of makes sense, kind of sound lame, somewhere in the middle, you feel me? What's wrong with being a mailman? Ain't that a government job with benefits? Some might say it's better than being a hairstylist. How is Justice talking crazy about dating a mailman with her car broken? In real life, I don't think you'd be able to smell barbecue from the highway. But, alright. Who remember back in the day when you can get cigarettes from a vending machine? The guy rapping as Lucky's cousin sounds a lot like Coolio. Funny to me, Chicago slaps Ieasha, then tells her to calm down. And someone needs to start a petition to bring back the word punani. It's kind of fun saying it, like you can't say that word with a frown on your face.
You like that, huh?
Scenes like this make it real clear you're watching a black movie for females.
Put it back on.
This is good. I don't have to be messing with it all the time. Where I can go. You know, girl. Titties are sweating and shit.
The poetry used in this movie was that of the great and ever so gracious Maya Angelou. In Boys in the Hood, it was Ronald Reagan. Here is George Bush. You saw him throwing darts at his face. What initially attracted Lucky to Justice was his curiosity to see what that mouth do. You feel me? Ieasha thinks she's slick. Chicago gave her money to buy stuff, then she had Justice pay for it and kept his money. Although brief, again, John Singleton showed us how dire self-respect is in our communities. It's such a precious, precarious commodity that can turn an insult into a capital offense. Hey, yo, I really do appreciate everybody, man. Shouts out to all my real hood figures out there that's holding me down, sharing the video. Hey, yo, man, we growing low-key, man. Hey, y'all take care of yourself, man. Be cool, be safe. Mask up, homie.